The U.S. Supreme Court on Thursday tossed out race-conscious student admissions programs in a sharp setback to 50 years of affirmative action policies aimed at increasing the number of Black, Hispanic, and other underrepresented minority students on campuses. Powered by the 6 conservative justices, with the 3 liberals in dissent, the nation's top court ruled in favor of a group called Students for Fair Admissions, founded by anti-affirmative action activist Edward Bloom. Here's Bloom, who spoke to Reuters earlier this month.
You cannot cure racial discrimination that occurred in the past with new discrimination today.
Bloom's group said Harvard and UNC unfairly discriminated in their admissions. Chief Justice John Roberts, writing for the majority, said that students, quote, must be treated based on his or her experiences as an individual, not on the basis of race. Many universities have for too long done just the opposite. He added, at the same time, as all parties agree, nothing in this opinion should be construed as prohibiting universities from considering an applicant's discussion of how race affected his or her life, be it through discrimination, inspiration, or otherwise. Critics who have tried to topple these policies for decades argue affirmative action policies are themselves discriminatory and say that giving advantages to one race is unconstitutional, regardless of the motivation or circumstances. But many institutions of higher education, like Harvard and the University of North Carolina, corporations and military leaders, have long backed affirmative action on campuses, not simply to foster racial diversity, but to ensure a talent pool that can bring a range of perspectives to the workplace and U.S. Armed Forces ranks. Zachary Wolf came to hear the decision inside the gallery.
On the one hand, it was expected. Most people did not expect affirmative action to survive the day. It was obviously extremely disappointing for many of us in the courtroom. It was a very, very powerful announcement of a dissent from Justice Sotomayor.
In her dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor said the court's decision stands in the way and rolls back decades of precedent and momentous progress.
Her primary point was that the majority was operating under a fantasy that we are now a race-neutral country and that it was somehow wrong for universities to recognize that reality when they're making decisions.
Harvard and UNC have said they use race as only one factor in an array of evaluations for admission without quotas, and that curbing affirmative action would cause a significant drop in enrollment of students from underrepresented groups.